I'm not sure if you can see, but we've got a drone up there. We've got a tractor down here. And we're in the middle of the S for the sunflowers. We got a tractor over there with a flail mower on, coming in the field. And we're just trying to mow all the weed out before it rains tomorrow, because we're expecting half an inch of rain tomorrow. So it's just about dry enough, firm enough to travel. So we're gonna cut all the weed out and around the flowers so that it looks a bit better and it doesn't start growing, and this grass will start bushing out. So this hopefully will be like a lawn for walking on when the sunflowers are in bloom. So it's a shame it's so weedy, but hopefully the sunflowers will outshine the weed when it's done. So we'll I'll put some drone footage on in a second. Just mowing a path now, but some good ones in the way, so we're just going to pull them out and hopefully replant them at the edge. So we've got a path up to the NHS sunflowers over there. Little tractor, big tractor, spade, drone. Who'd have thought you'd have needed all this technology to just grow some sunflowers? Anyway, hopefully it's going to look good. Chris is doing the detailing bits in the middle, and Adam's doing the heavier stuff with the big flail. Andrew and Sam are just neatening up the letters where they're a bit sparse on the edges. Looking at the drone now. Shadow. There, looks good that now, doesn't it? Spot on. Now it's day 104. They haven't really grown this much since yesterday because I'm at a different end of the field, but they're definitely pretty tall now, these sunflowers. So here's what I've been up to today. And remember, if you've enjoyed it, just share it and like it, and then at least other people can see it. It's not going to be long now till they start flowering, is it? See the ladybird's still on there, loving it. Another one here as well, actually. So the petals forming now, so kind of need to get me myself organised and sort out some sort of website, because there's definitely petals there now. And then go through and make a trail. Now they're either growing or I'm shrinking. They're definitely taller than me now. It's now day 111 of cab isolation lockdown learning. I don't normally say the cab isolation bit anymore because often I'm not in the cab at the moment. Something quite exciting is happening. We've now got sunflowers blooming, which is a little bit earlier than I'd have liked because I'm kind of not ready, but I can imagine by the end of the week there's going to be a lot of sunflowers in this field. So I really do need to get something in action so that people can make the most of them and see them. I mean, I was here, what, on Saturday, was it? And you could just about see some little bits of yellow in the back of it, like sort of, well, not even, it was like that, wasn't it? And then that's obviously like what they must have looked like yesterday. And this is now what some look like today. So it's flowering in July, which is earlier than they've ever flowered before for me. But it's probably because of all the good weather we had when they first got in the ground. And I did sow them a little bit earlier than perhaps normal. But there's a few just dotted about through the field now. So watch this space. Going through the sunflowers now. Let me spin the camera and then you can see. So I'm just going through the sunflowers now, trying to find like some thin bits to make a clearing when we put the path in. There's one that's pretty much totally in flower as well. Looks like there's another one down here. Somewhere, just see it. Lost it, there we go. So as you can see, they're pretty tall. It's going to be amazing. When farmers build car parks, they use whatever they can get their hands on that's cheap. In this case, it's wood chip. So we've got some wood chip here now, and we're going to lay it out and make this track wider so that we can park on it, but then also we can scrape it up again when we've finished and compost it. So we'll just get this now into that hole, leveled out, job done. So I just said it's going to be amazing, no pun intended. Got a tape measure, that's 6 foot now, and we'll put it to the floor. They're actually just over 6 foot, so it's pretty good, to be honest. They're not like that all over the field, but just in this far corner they are. Easy that, and the rest must all be at least 5 foot. So it will be really good. And then we're going to come through this gap, make a car park now with this wood chip, and then we're going to have another pathway up there, up to the top, and that's where the NHS letters are as well. So it's starting to put things in progress now before we get too busy with harvest and stuff. Get the infrastructure put in, I suppose, is the best way of describing it. I just stopped on the sprayer on the way back to the yard. A few more in flower now. They're actually all facing towards me because that must be the last time they saw the sun this morning, because it's been so dull today. So it's quite strange, really. If the sun come out, they'd obviously all turn round. I might need some staff next week if this come into flower for running the maze. If anyone's interested, send me a message. Bit of a late video tonight. I'm knackered, basically. I've just walked in, it's 9:30. I've been up since 5:45 because I was trying to get some spraying done on different things. So here's what's been happening today. There's a mower in the middle of it. So Tom Stockdale from Stockdale Fencing has been watching the videos, and he saw me sort of saying, oh, I could do with something to cut this maize. So he said, I've got just the tool, messaged me, and he's brought it up today. It looks like it's going to do a cracking job. So that's probably tomorrow's job, is mowing the maize. We're going to put a cherry picker up in the corner of the field. I'm going to try and come up with some sort of design, and then we're going to guide someone on the mower round the design, watching from the cherry picker. We did think that maybe we could put a drone up with a map program and follow the drone round, but we decided the batteries on the drone won't last long enough to get all the way around, and it's just overcomplicating something. So put a cherry picker to get high enough and see a good view of the field. So that's how we're going to do it. So you'll see Tom bringing the mower and us sorting that out. So that's brilliant of him to do that. It shouldn't be, no. Yeah. It's going to break me heart, this mowing them down. Steve's just levelling the path there. Andrew's got his aerial on for his remote control. There he is. Good job we put a flag on it, otherwise we wouldn't see him when he's over there. Brilliant, that mower. You wouldn't believe how it savages through them, and they're like 5 foot high. It's the drone checking. Stephen, the operator. $90 right now. Like rallying in the fog. pace notes. Just up in the cherry picker. The time-lapse camera. Got the digger there, sorting the track out. The head up there making the roadside safe. And Andrew in the middle with the mower, putting the maize and the trail into the sunflowers. Who needs GPS when you're mowing a maize? When you've got a cherry picker and an aerial view. Sam's just arrived with another load of wood chip to finish the last bit of widening the track. Adam's in there somewhere, and Andrew's there where that flagpole is, still cutting. He's cleaned the track, but he wants to not clean the roof. Hope he don't back into me and knock me over in this cherry picker. It's 40 foot high. Got me honest on though. Looks a bit toy town from up here, the digger and the tractor. I'll film Sam tipping it out because I know kids like watching tractors, and me. There's a door opening now hydraulically from the cab, and then he'll tip the rest of the trailer up, and it should slide out the back. We've made the road out of wood chip because we can just, when we finish with it, we can scoop it up and just spread it on the field as compost. And it doesn't matter if any gets left behind with a stone, it'd just be a mess and you'd never be able to clear it up. So he's trying to layer it out slowly so that it's easy to level with a digger. So he's just tipping a bit, pulling forwards, tipping a bit, pulling forwards. It's not too windy today. There we go. All out pretty much. Just walking the path now with the GPS to see how long it is. And there's a couple lost in action. They're obviously quite high still. So, Stephen with the drone, he's got his little girl on his shoulders. It's quite long. We've run out of batteries for one drone, so I've got someone else bringing another one up now, and then we can finish off the last bit because it's impossible now with the cherry picker to see. You can see the mower, but we can't see the other paths, so we'll have to do it with the drone. He's in there somewhere in the mower. Got him on the drone. Can't see, can you? There he is. Munching away. Finished it now, got a trail bone into it. We needed to use 2 drones, 4 batteries, a cherry picker and 2 cans of petrol. It's all about done. Track's been widened for a passing place. Car park's pretty much finished. Got some people coming tomorrow. We're going to have a board meeting and try and come up with a bit more health and safety stuff to do, some signage that we need to put out, block some gaps up so people don't get lost and different things. One slight problem we've got at the moment, we've not really managed to get anyone that can do any catering. I was hoping I could have got a guy doing the pizzas, someone doing coffee and someone doing ice creams. No one seems to want to ring me back. So if anyone knows anyone that does like cakes and coffee and hot and cold drinks and has sort of an outside catering kind of unit thing, that'd be ideal. I do know someone that's got one that's converting a horse trailer, but she's just a little bit busy at the moment, so I'm not just sure whether she can. But if anyone thinks of any ideas, let me know. In the maze, it was a little bit too easy. I know we don't want it too hard, but we're just widening the paths because we don't want people brushing against them, and Andrew's just making some more sort of short dead ends maybe.
116 on this.
Day 116. Chris is famous.
Get him on it. Please get him on it.
Let's make you some picnic benches. Got our signs so when we go picketing. Or tell people where stuff is in the maze. Just giving the mower a ballot before it goes back. Tom's coming to pick it up. What a machine. I've got a new favourite toy. An stapler. Great, it's just it's not mobile because it needs an air tank. Just in the S, hiding doctors and nurses. So when the kids come looking around the NHS bit, they can count how many doctors and nurses they can find around here. I think there's 48. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. Don't know how many there are. Don't want to spoil the competition. When a farmer does a sign and it needs to be high, he uses some big equipment. This is so no one misses the maze entrance over the road nearly. Not quite, but nearly. And then they can drive in down the track. And can you see the best bit of flower arrangements there? That was me. We made a selfie wall, but I think we're going to actually make it wider. We decided it's not wide enough. But there's plenty of flowers there. Over the top of that. Chris has made us some picnic benches. Available for sale after the event if you want. So where you come out of the maze, and then up here's where you go in. So if you turn round now, see them all looking at us. Fly or something on that there. All the bees have gone in because it's just started drizzling a little bit. Anyway, tomorrow's supposed to be a good day, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Just putting out some picnic benches. Not sure if the caterer's going to turn up today, which is a bit of a nuisance, but I think the ice cream man is anyway, so that's good. Better day today, blue skies, we'll see. Sun showers are even more out today. I don't know how long they're going to last. It might only be a week, maybe 2. We'll just have to see. So if you were thinking of coming, book soon. This is just what the paths are like through the middle. Obviously, like I say, the other day we widened them. But it's incredible how tall they all are. So I think the last few days of lockdown learning, really, they've been quite sunflower orientated, but it took up so much of my time getting it all ready and set up that unfortunately you're just going to have to put up with that. But if you look at the size of some of the leaves on them, I mean, they're just massive. I mean, you know, when you see in a what they call it when they do a picture and they want to censor it, they use a leaf. Well, it must be a sunflower leaf because they're massive. Anyway, that's about it for today now. I'm going to block the gateway up so that no one can drive in overnight and everything like that and damage anything. I'm just looking to see where the tallest sunflowers are, and look at that for a wild oak. It must be 7 foot tall. Amazing. Maybe you can see what it says now, but it's in the wrong place.